audio and video. This has been shared over to the SOE Facebook and Twitter. So if you are coming here because of one of those, if you came through one of those links, if you could let us know, let me know that you saw this on Twitter or you saw this on Facebook. Chase, what's up? Ronald, Landfill, what's up? Steven, Jared, what's going on? William, how are you? Jonathan Cam, Benjamin Brewer, what's up, everyone? Did you get a notification? Did you guys get notification that this was up on YouTube? Brandon Sweeney, what's up, man? How are you? Michigan Custom Craftwork, what's up? Anybody here because they saw a notification on Facebook or Twitter? Tom always gets a notification. Jake. Hey, if you're here from Facebook or Twitter, type out Facebook or Twitter. I'm curious if that makes any difference at all. I share the video out from YouTube to X and to Facebook. On YouTube, I got the notification for once. Normally miss the live. Didn't get one last night. Yeah, we did one last night. It was later than normal though. Chase, weekend was good, man. Worked around here all day. Amanda made another batch of soap. Then we ran into Jackson. We had ramen and sushi for dinner. Went by Home Depot. And then came here. Came back. Homestead, what's up? Homestead Medical. What's going on, Chuck? $63 people on here, only 23 thumbs up. Guys, back out of there and hit that thumbs up for us. Try double tapping your screen first. If simply, literally, just double tap your screen and it will give a like on a lot of devices. Shoulders, what's up, Jeremy? Double tap not working on your screen. It's just your device doesn't do it, that's all. A lot of them it will, some of them it won't. All you gotta do is back out. Just back out of the video, hit that thumbs up for us. Anyone know where I can get a Spyderco ladybug? I checked the internet, dude. I don't know. Post on your Facebook page. When I'm looking for something and I just post on the Facebook page, people give me hundreds of links, and there's always some dude selling one or trading. Radio Made Easy, what's up? Sounds like a solid. Yeah, we got a lot of shit done here. We got a lot of stuff done. People start showing up next week here. There'll be people here all week. Backed out and back, and now the double tap work. Great. Outcome's the same. It doesn't matter how it happened, as long as it happens. Hey, this is America, motherfucker. Speak my English. I'm not going to translate your shit. You translate to mine. Cringe. You're banned. I don't even know who the fuck you are. You might have been the coolest dude in the world. You might even be a dude that was on here every fucking night, but you are not here anymore. I would assume that a lot of shit in your life happens that way, and you just wonder why your life's so fucked up. Look in the mirror, motherfucker. You're the reason your life is fucked up. Jose, what's up? Tim, what's going on? Neil, how are ya? I think I remind people. Yeah, most nights, yep. Isaac, AJ, what's going on? Kiri, how are you? Jumped in, give thumbs up, right on. Anything going on? Anything happened in the news today? I have not been on any news shit at all today. Any more Trump assassination attempts or any crazy shit happen? Wild Ridge, what's up? Chris Hall, how are you, man? Any advice on getting girlfriend into carrying? Yeah, you married the wrong bitch. Don't marry her. Get a new girl. That's generally the answer I give. Yeah, does she see the need for carrying is the first question, right? Why will she not carry? Generally, it's because people live such a fucking comfortable life and they haven't had to work for anything, right? When you have to work for something, you generally realize that it can be taken from you. People who have been given everything, they've never had anything tragic happen, right? They haven't had a loved one injured. There's not been a kidnapping attempt or, God forbid, kidnapping. They haven't been present when something violent happened, right? They haven't experienced any violence, so they don't see the need. They are just at peace. And typically, those people also, when something happens, like if the power went out, those are victims. Those are victims waiting to happen. Anyone see the footage of about 40 kids going store to store stealing chips and soda? I've seen a bunch of those, man. I have seen those for months now. There's typically something in common with all of those kids too. Matt Christopher, what's up? Happens every day, yeah. Tundra's loaded up with 5 SOE bags, right on. Yeah, victory, not victim. That's a good way to put it, man. My day was good. Evan, Haley, Isaac Barrett, normal week in California. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. No matter what the situation is in life, our own decision. Yep. It's like, why would you not carry a flashlight? Why would you not carry a knife? Why would you not carry a tourniquet? You know, just the simplest things. You carry keys, right? You carry keys. You leave your vehicle. You lock it. You have some means to unlock it. How many pockets are in your pants? I would venture to guess there's 5 minimum. Having kids will make you want to start to carry. Yeah, no guidance in society, afraid of things. So who was the dude that answered the question? I'm not trying to shit on that dude. Let me go back and find, I'm trying to find him. Does she see the need for a gun? Need to get ready for war. You better hope you're not getting ready for war, because if you're going to war for real, they're going to give you armor. We do not sell armor. Girlfriend carrying question, yes. Took her to carry class and she got scared with the aftermath of a shooting. Yeah, she sees the need. Like when you go to class, right, everybody's going to tell you carry on body. Some people just are not going to do it. I mean, let's be real. Jaeger's wife didn't carry. She'd carry on a gun. I saw her carry sometimes on her person, but she didn't. Rebecca did not carry a gun. Like Amanda and I were talking about that at dinner tonight. We were in a restaurant, and I'm like, there's a victim, there's a victim, there's a victim. That dude's got a gun. That lady's got a gun. Like you know who the victims are. And, we were talking about that. Like, the man himself couldn't get his wife to carry a gun. Some people just are not going to. So, in a bag is better than is nothing, right? And better than nothing. On body is better. And on body and in a bag is even better than that. So, I mean, take what you can get. People need to understand police just right. Yeah, the police aren't coming. They're never going to come save you. And you have a good chance, if they're there when a shooting happens, someone else is in addition getting shot. Most police officers, most armed citizens are better trained than most police officers. Always, yeah, why would you not have one fucking chambered? Who the fuck, if a shooting situation happens, especially if somebody tries to grab her getting in or out of the vehicle in a parking lot, she does not have time to rack that slide. She doesn't have time to. That doesn't exist in the real world. Police response tonight, and that's try a police response somewhere else. It's fucking way longer than that. Yeah, be vigilant all times. I hate the locking clips. I don't know what the locking clip even is. I agree. Most armed citizens are better trained than most police, and there is always an exception, right? There's the law enforcement that I come in contact with is mostly because they train, right? They're out here training at TAC Response. Most of those guys have trained at a lot of very reputable schools. That's the few and far between, though. Most cops, James had a standing offer to law enforcement. Like, if you were law enforcement, even to Memphis, hey, you guys can come and train. They sent 2 SWAT guys out here to train, supposed SWAT guys, and they trained for half of the day and asked for it to be signed off so they could leave. Those guys didn't train. They didn't even participate in the fucking class. Camden Police Department, Paris Police Department, standing offer, come train. None of them motherfuckers trained. A couple of them did. They're not even cops anymore. Those are good dudes. Like, we know those guys. But standing across the board, Camden Police Department, Benton County Sheriff, same place where we're at, Benton County. Camden is in Benton County. They didn't come train. Those guys didn't take classes. For free, didn't take classes. And they got paid. Yeah, they would get paid to be there. They would get paid free ammo. They would not fucking train. Meanwhile, guys fly from all over the world. There's a dude that used to fly here from Japan several times, actually like every other month. He would fly in to Nashville Friday night, train Saturday, Sunday, get back on a plane Sunday, go back to Japan. Paid out of his own fucking pocket. He was in the military there in Japan. Paid out of his own pocket to come train here. But local cops won't. Yeah, all those guys pay to get training on their own. Yep. In El Salvador, Central America, the police response time is 2 hours. Yeah, if they show up. It depends on which side you're on. Sadly, it usually takes tragedy. Unfortunately, it does. Yeah, sewing machines for sale? No, I don't have any sewing machines for sale. We manufacture all the equipment that you see here in the shop on these sewing machines. I am always hiring sewing machine operators, which if you're asking to buy a machine, you probably are well aware that this is a dying industry in the United States. 2 tourniquets, 2 flexi cuffs, SOE visor panel, pepper spray. Yep. People used to ask on Yeager's live stream if he would come to Nashville. It's great. Yeah, come to Nashville, fuckhead. Yeah, drive 90 minutes here because we drive to Nashville all the fucking time. Lazy pieces. Those are guys that don't want to train. What are you going to drive to Nashville to do? There's a 600-acre fucking range out here. Held the guy down in the shop. Took 12 minutes for the sheriff to come inside. When he watched the cameras, we saw them waiting till they had 4 cars. Yep. Crazy, right? Average county cop out here in the county, 150 pounds overweight, That's a lot of our guys. We got some guys. We've got some younger guys. But the mindset and the mentality is like it's like everybody's the bad guy. They don't even know who's been in the county, what they fucking do. Like it's very weird. Like I wave at young new police officers and they are very, very unfriendly. It's like they've hired guys out of Iraq and they have this mentality that they are still in Iraq. Minneapolis this weekend of cops stand and watch a mob of thugs fighting. Stand and watch turned into a shooting, 4 or 5 shot. Yep. During immediate action medical, there were people from Texas, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Illinois in the class. And that's just the ones that are, exactly, man. Exactly. State troopers, 20 minutes plus response. Yeah. If there's a state trooper on the interstate, it's going to take them 36 minutes to get here. It's going to take them 25 to get into the city of Camden, which we really shouldn't even call a city. It's on purpose. Many city cops are trained to see anyone. Yeah, and they're going to take away the one person rather than the many. If you have a mob of people and you have one guy protecting his place with a shotgun, they're going to arrest the guy with a shotgun. Absolute, Brandon. The serious people will. But I say this whole conversation is not to point that out. It's to point out that the people that most people rely on being law enforcement, their concern is going home at night. It's not your safety, most of them. It's not. You are not their concern. Pipsqueak boy is back. I don't even see that person. Who are we talking about? Too small to protect yourself. Okay, well, you're banned again. So make a new account. That was quick. Thank you for identifying yourself again. We'll ban your next one too. Camden had a petting zoo in the town square yesterday. That's a hip city. Really? I had no idea. I don't drive into town. Very rarely do I drive into town. Questioned me at Good Wings like I was slinging dope. I was driving a $250,000 adventure van. Isn't that always the case though? Like I went to buy a Fedrin once at the Camden Walmart. And she's like, "Are you making meth with this?" I said, "Lady, my watch costs more than your house." Like, you really, you think I'm making meth? That's your fucking concern? I came in here and Dr. Berry had wrote a script for ephedrine. She's like, "You don't need a prescription." We go, "Yeah, we know, but there's always a hassle. So the doctor wrote this." And dude, it was like a 30-minute fucking thing to get some generic ephedrine for my daughter's fucking allergies. It was absolutely insane, man. But when you go to Jackson and you want to buy ephedrine, no problem. And Tennessee, they got to run your driver's license. It's linked to your driver's license, and you're only able to order or purchase so much per month. Absolutely fucking crazy. Yeah, guilty until proven innocent. What do I advise for security officer training? Bro, I have no idea, man. None whatsoever. I would look in your area, read some reviews. I mean, if you could get out and train with, what's his name? He was a MARSOC guy, Force Recon dude. He's out of Las Vegas, black dude. Byron Roberts. If you could, but he's more like executive protection kind of stuff. Support all American-made products. Well, thanks, man. These are definitely American-made products. Not only American-made, made by Americans. Made by Americans. Some dude messaged me or emailed me last week and said, "Hey, I really like your 2-point sling, but I think you're just priced too high. I think it costs too much." And I said, "Well, you should probably buy a sewing machine and make your own slings and then decide how much you're going to price them at. Because all of my employees, they're all U.S. citizens. They all pay taxes. I pay a lot of taxes in addition to what I pay for each paycheck I give them. I pay taxes on their money I already gave them also. And they all have family, and they all fucking, raise their kids. I don't know what to tell you. People piss and moan that nothing's made in America, and then when it's made in America, they piss and moan about the price of it being made in America. Jiu-jitsu and room clearing. Everybody should do jiu-jitsu. Every child should be put in some kind of combative martial arts. Every child should be put into tumbling and gymnastics. They don't have to proceed on to gymnastics, but they should be put into tumbling. Yeah, people bitch regardless, absolutely. Shit looks like China. Well, you're banned. Freedom. Take your freedom somewhere else because you just lost it here, buddy. Yeah, you know how you survive room clearing? Don't fucking be in the room. All the CQB shit's super neat. You guys are never going to be on the end of CQB. When you look at real CQB, just look at how they're doing it in Israel. Look how they're doing it over in fucking Ukraine. Real CQB is belt-fed weapons shooting the dude down through the fucking walls. Real CQB is frag grenades. The CQB that everybody talks about, that's fucking 1/1000th of 1%. Hostage rescue. Yep, CQB is fucking grenades. CQB is thermite. And airstrikes, no shit. Look up, just put in A10. Put in A10 gun run or A10 call for fire, or put in CAS, close air support, or look up 9line on YouTube. You'll see tons of it. Bullseye bin. You're not a fucking CQB guy. You're not fucking doing the information. You're not doing what you're recommending people to do. What are you, 12? 15, 20? What do you do for work? What pays your bills? You're absolutely right. Not if there's hostages. But if your plan is that you're going to rescue hostages when society collapses, you're in for a rude fucking awakening, bro. When society collapses, there is no medical. Yeah, CQB goes burr. As a business, we're taxed to death, absolutely. I'm a disabled combat vet. But you weren't doing CQB, were you? Come on, man, for real. It's easy to pretend on the internet. VBSS, yeah, so visit board search seizure. I've done a bunch of VBSS classes. I've done gas oil platforms. I've done ships. I've done all of that shit. I've done CQB. But was it real? Like, who'd you do VBSS with? You're with what? The Marine Corps, the Navy, the Coast Guard? You were the FAST team? Like, what did you do? Why are you showing us this? Matthew, fuck off. Scroll someplace else the same way you got here, go somewhere else. Or shut the fuck up and listen and decide if there's something of value here that you can take away from here and learn. How old are you, number one? How much money do you make every fucking week? Would you like to make more? What pays your bills? Is what you're doing now what you plan to do fucking 10 years from now? Because you could easily ask questions of the people here, because almost everybody here runs a real legitimate business. This one, for instance, I started this business 35 years ago. What should you gather from that? Maybe I know a little bit about business. Maybe I know a little bit about social media. Maybe I know a little bit about building content. Maybe I know how to fucking run a business and grow an audience. Practice suture kit. Yeah, you better get a bunch of them. Chuck will be doing wound closure class here next week if you want to come. Nice cat. Yeah, there's a few cats here. There's about 7 cats on the property. There's 3 in here. Do any of your products have innocence? Nope. Nope. And even when we were doing full-blown Navy special warfare stuff, even when we were doing career issue to Air Force and guys chopped to CAG, when we were doing career issue to Air Force TAC Ps, career issue to SEAL Teams 1, 3, 5, and 7. We still didn't have NSNs on any of our shit. We do small unit stuff, and when they go out to bid, they put my company's name in the part number. So when they ask for a side open gas mask cover, they specifically asked for my part number, so it didn't matter which prime vendor that the deal was going through, it was always my product. When you know how to play the system, you don't have to play the system. Does that white jacket have matching pants? I don't see a white jacket. I don't know what you're talking about. What's CQB? Close quarters combat. It's not even called CQB anymore. It's called CQC. It has been for 10 years probably. Probably more than that. Will you be doing padded war belts in other sizes? Eventually we will. Do I really need to adjust my server skinny African pirate that tried hijacking me? No, you don't. Absolutely you don't. But you're here on my video feed where all of us know each other and you're an unknown. You're here giving advice to people and I don't know who you are. And so fucking frequently on the internet, when we come to find out who you really are, it's typically that the person is absolutely full of shit. Somebody click on Bullseye Ben. Bullseye Ben, aren't you the guy that said you wanted to be a gun tuber? Somebody click on Bullseye Ben's page and see if there's evidence of him having done CQB in the past or anything at all. I'm sure there is, right? If you have those experiences, I'm sure there is evidence. Everything I have said tonight, you can go out on the internet. I've been doing this shit since before the internet ever fucking existed. So when you search my name, you find fucking millions of things with my name on it. You find 5,000 videos that I've put up just on this YouTube channel. That's just shit I've put up. You find New York Times articles. You find Wall Street Journal articles. You find Investors Business Daily articles. You find all kinds of shit about me and my company. There's another one banned. Old military vets don't change the acronyms when yeah, I got you. That's very true. Just like NBC is no longer NBC and has not been for fucking 25 years probably. Had a picture of him in uniform and then some of his own videos. Got it. It's not, I'm not saying stolen valor, Bullseye. I'm saying, and I'm not saying you, man. You are completely misunderstanding this. Do you remember when you came on here first when you had the other name and you said we should do a collaboration? You're an unknown, dude. I just don't know who you are. That's all it is. It's nothing beyond that. Running a startup machine shop. Do you ever need any metal work? I don't, Zach, and my son is a machinist. I do not. What you might want to do if you kind of want to get into this industry is get with some knife makers. Because knife makers, they have to build a name for themselves and they have to do very dirty work, stock removal, right? Chop saw, grinders, belt grinders, stuff like that. Once they have a big name though, they just send it to a big shop and they have it water jetted, wire EDM'd lasers, and then they just get a tray back of all the blanks and then they just put on their handles and they sharpen the knife and put it in a sheath, right? You gotta get shot up to get in the rap game. Nobody knew who 50 Cent was until he got shot 9 times. Then then he was a big name. And that's kind of how metal work is. That's how knife work is, stuff like that. Once they get the big name, then they job shop it out. And then if they're going to continue, they're going to put it in-house, or they're just going to realize I can move volume of these things and not actually have to do this dirty fucking work and wear a respirator and have a room with a vent fan. Not taking any CQB from anyone. Well, there's some good dudes in the Navy doing CQB. So Zach, I say that because I'm tied in with a lot of knife companies. Like Strider Knife they were in my building for 6 years. I know how the knife industry works. Guys who are building knives that, have to fucking shower and change their clothes before they go home for the night, they're starting out. And if they're doing that a couple years later, they're probably not going to remain knife makers, or at least not on a large scale. Bullseye Ben. Hang out, stop commenting. Just stop commenting for tonight. Favorite knife for EDC at the moment? Man, I always have this thing on. Look, that's blood or poop from the farm. That's worn down from just carrying it in my pocket and grinding against other things. The tip is broke off from trying to break into a building a few months ago, an abandoned building. And I've got 3 or 4 of these. I got some nice ones. I've got a lot of knives, man. I usually carry a Strider. I've got a ton of Emerson stuff. Not Emerson, but Marfione owns Microtech. I have a ton of his custom stuff. And then I do a collaboration twice a year with Strider. By definition, a collaboration has to benefit both parties. Value is exchanged. Yeah, they don't understand Iridium. We get hit up by a lot. I say kids, right? To me, a kid is anybody under 35 years old. I get hit up by kids all the time, like, hey man, if you send me some of your free shit, I'll test it and I'll do some reviews. And I'm like, bro, I've been building this shit since before you were alive. Like, my company has been in existence before you were born. Like, my stuff doesn't need testing. It's been tested by everybody. That every video game that you pretend to be, that you play, my shit's in all of those video games. The guys that you run around and control in the video game, those guys use my shit. How thick and wide? Yeah, it's a very robust knife, man. To give you an idea, it's very big. It's and you can pry manhole covers with it, right? You can do a ton of shit that you should not be doing with a knife. Now, if you can find one of these, because I looked them up the other day, they're about $1,200. Do you need a $1,200 knife? No. You know what would be better at prying manhole covers open? A $5 pry bar or a $5 screwdriver. You'd be just as well armed with a $50 knife and a $5 screwdriver. Tops knife, cold steel, pretty cool. Yeah, cold steel. Like I've had some cold steels in the past. I've had Spydercos, but you can't flex them; they snap. And I'm inherently, I will always, no matter what, when I have nothing else, I will have this knife. I won't have a screwdriver with me. Now, if it's planned out, awesome. But most of the stuff I do where I end up doing that, it's very impulsive. The opportunity presents itself, and we just do it. Go with a $1,200 knife, at least it can fit in your pocket. Yeah, I mean, a fucking $100 Spyderco will fit in your pocket. I mean, for doing knife stuff, cutting stuff and cutting things open and shit like that, I mean, you can't beat a Spyderco Endura, Spyderco Military. I am horrible about sharpening knives. So if you see a knife in my pocket, 99% of the time it's going to be serrated, because I mean, look at my serrations are even fucking jagged and worn down. Do you ever make micro rigs with the mag pouches on the other side? Yeah, there's an option on every one of them on the website. I actually have a shitload of left-handed stuff almost at all times, because when we run micro rigs, for instance, we will run 24 right hand and 3 left hand. Now keep in mind too, while we do that, military issue shit, there is no left-handed gear. You can set it up now that it's modular, but the workspace on a micro rig is 13 inches. This is 13 inches, right? The hand will move 13 inches. It doesn't matter. But yes, we do. Ever been hassled checking out abandoned buildings? No. No, we have not. Yes, it does happen. You get in abandoned buildings. People typically live in abandoned buildings. You just have to be prepared to have more force or be a force that they don't want to deal with. And typically, it's not going to be a big deal. Law enforcement, we're in areas that are very, very large. Law enforcement is not coming into an abandoned asylum. The last thing law enforcement wants to do is go into a building that has tunnels, right? It's not their thing. Why are they there? To kick a trespasser out? That's the last thing fucking law enforcement wants to do. They don't, and they definitely don't want the report that's going to come from it. Are your items AR-670? I don't even know what that is, Adam, so I'm going to go with no. We are probably not the vendor for you. Guys train around being left-handed. Force Recon and SOTG did a 2-week package of fighting while wounded. Everything you did was opposite-handed. I own just about every chest rig John makes, and I'm left-handed. That was a good question, though, William. Nobody's ever asked that. What do I think about those Sharpie spikes? I don't even know what a Sharpie spike is, man. But it sounds like you could do the same thing with a pencil. Strout knives, never heard of them. Buck 110. Buck did a collaboration with Strider in the very early years. Very highly sought after if you can find one. You got a Buck Strider? Yeah, those are cool, man. There was 2 versions of those. There was a Tonto. So let me tell you about the Buck Strider. It was the first time that we actually had a booth at SHOT Show. And Dwayne's like, can I share the booth? And anytime Dwayne said, can I share anything, let me translate that means. That means, will you pay for everything and I will come in and kind of be belligerent or be an asshole or whatever, right? I love Dwayne. Dwayne came in. Dwayne showed up with a keg and was drunk when he showed up. And some Air Force guys came over and said, hey, we want to have a meeting. We want to carry, he had these Buck Striders. And that's when it got put into the Navy exchange system. And he had a meeting at 12:30. I said, Dwayne, your meeting is in 30 minutes. He's like, yeah, I'm not going. I go, bullshit, you need to go to this. Dwayne was going to blow them off. I walked Dwayne to the meeting, and that's how that Buck Strider got into the Navy exchange system because of the meeting he was not going to go to. Yeah, kind of like an S&G. They're a little blockier. Larger gauge spike tools like a Sharpie marker, hardened tip. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. If you're a ShivWorks class guy, if you're doing, hand-in-hand, close-in combat shit, sure. I mean, every prisoner in a fucking high-level prison knows how to do that shit. Most gang members know how to do that shit. You absolutely should know how to do that stuff, right? That's weapons retention, weapon takeaway. That's all to kill people with. I mean, that has no other use other than to kill people. You can do the same thing with a screwdriver. Let's be real. Yeah, I mean, nobody's going to pull that Sharpie out, or at least nobody you come in contact with is going to pull that Sharpie out and go, oh, that's a weapon. I mean, I usually have a Sharpie, and here's a pin, here's a flashlight. There's usually a Sharpie right here. Non-permissible environment shit. Yeah, toothbrush. Like hearing the abandoned building stories, always thought about possibly seeking some out myself. Always been curious of possible legal ramification. Well, I mean, at worst, it's a trespass charge. And you have to be notified of trespass before trespass. If the cops come and get you, you'll get some cop that'll write you up. But the real answer is if you haven't physically been warned previously, they're gonna be like, get the fuck out, don't come back. That's usually the extent of it. At the most, they're gonna write you up, take your name, you formally have been trespassed, which now means you cannot ever come back here again. Trespass does not mean for the department. Trespass means for the physicality, that address. It's not a big deal, man. Locking carabiner, great for travel, especially flying. Trespass warned, i.e. don't come back. Yep. And I mean, just don't be a fucking dipshit about it. Don't be seen going in there. I mean, that's half of what all you guys talk about is non-permissible environment stuff. That's a great way to try it out. It's a great way to see what tools work. Most of those places have already been vandalized. They've already stolen the copper out of there, right? So you can go in there on the very inner wall, fucking halfway into the building, and actually break through a concrete wall. Nobody's going to hear you. You can find out if your bullshit works. Buck 990 Strider Spear Point Tactical 540. Man, they sold for $69. Medical gear come preloaded. Mine does not. We sell some components. My kits do not come preloaded. Homestead Medical on here, who is a moderator, has a load kit for every one of the packages that we build. I do backpacks, I do vehicle med bags, I do med pullout trays, I do tourniquet covers, I do medical compact med tear-offs, I do larger pouches, 500 IV pouches. Do day packs fit in overhead bins of airlines? Yes, they do. And William, Wolgamuth, I don't know where you're located, but what you will find, use the hashtag abandoned Las Vegas, hashtag abandoned Nashville, abandoned Tennessee, right? Use hashtag abandoned with your state and abandoned with the city area that you are in or visiting, and you will find some locations. They've done a very good job about removing stuff off of Google. And then you also have, it always blows my mind when I say this and people are like, I don't do social media. Facebook has all the closed groups, and that's where all the fucking movement happens. There's abandoned Tennessee groups and abandoned Nashville, and you will find a ton of places, abandoned Alabama, abandoned, wherever you're going, abandoned Virginia, abandoned West Virginia, and you find places in there. And if you just read also just the historical sites for Tennessee, the historical sites for Nashville, when you read the comments, you will find out a lot of information about those targets that you will not find other places, especially with the hospitals and asylums. Oh, my aunt worked there. There's tunnel systems. And you will see people commenting in there. Yeah, I was there a couple months ago. Yes, the tunnels are still accessible. Yes, the x-ray machine is still there. Yes, the morgue is still all intact, right? You just have to know where to look to get the information. Whoever's asking about surplus, no, we build all this stuff on these sewing machines here. Need a replacement for Molly Ruck. Bang Bang on here sells, high quality surplus equipment. That's a fucking problem. This entire bag has to come apart to sew this back on because whoever sewed this chewed the edge of that Velcro up and now it's no good. All kinds of insane asylums in Oklahoma. Yes, you do. Yeah, there's a lot of good shit in Oklahoma. Fun fact, SOE tool bag has been going as my daily carpenter bag for almost 7 years. It better go for another 21 years. Yeah, urban exploration is what you're looking for. Urban Explorer, HK45, yep. What's the site? What's your site name? You can't see what my site name is? It's SOE Tactical Gear. And the website is also SOE Tactical Gear, Special Operations Equipment. Buddy and I were riding e-bikes around downtown Los Angeles, and we went to the top, the half-built high-rises. Nobody bothered. Right on, that's cool. Central State Hospital, Norman, Oklahoma. Check that place out. Right on, man. We had 4 asylums in Tennessee. We are down to 1. All the rest of them have been razed to the ground. There's nothing left of them at all. Yeah, there's tunnels all under everywhere. Every major city has an entire city underneath the city that has just been closed off. Abandoned houses, buildings, underground caves around Rutherford County, Tennessee. A lot of Facebook groups about them. Right on. Where is Rutherford? East or West Tennessee, middle? So what about that flick you got me? I don't know what you're talking about, Jordan. What are you talking about? Oh, Rutherford is Murfreesboro. No shit. Are you over there? If you've been to any of those places, man, I would love to talk to you. And if you could send me links to any of those groups, I would love to join those. And that's how a lot of this shit happens too. Like once you're in those groups, people will be very vague about shit. But if you hit them up and be like, hey man, what's your Cash App? I'm going to send you $100. I want to know where this is. Money talks. Those guys that are like, I'm not telling, because when you put it out public, people vandalize those places. And then very soon they just get destroyed. There's a ton of hospitals sitting completely empty right now. All the electricity's on, everything's still in them, all the equipment. And as soon as people find out where they are, they just go in and break all the light bulbs and they fucking just destroy them for no reason. Trump 24, yeah, you better hope. Flick is like the taps rig, got it. Most city tunnels were built during Prohibition. And afterwards and before then. There's a lot of city tunnels. While, yes, they were used for Prohibition, a lot of them have nothing to do with Prohibition also. San Diego, for instance, has a whole entire city underneath San Diego. I've been in it. Nashville has tunnels all under Nashville. There's an entrance in the Parthenon. Also, if you look up crypto burglary, if you just Google search crypto burglary, you will find sites talking about how to get into places and how they connect to other buildings and stuff. If it's not Trump, then what? Oh, I think you're going to have fucking amplified, right? Everything that's gone wrong for the last 4 years, I think you're going to see it 100 times worse the next 4 years. We are all fucked. You get a reprieve. Even if Trump is in office, you only get a reprieve for 4 years before they try it again. Oh yeah, Chicago, absolutely. All of your places that had old underground subways, and steam tunnels, right? Everything connects under all those metropolitan cities. Have I ever run into a tunnel Jew? I don't know what a tunnel Jew is. I have a Jew. I own a Jew personally. He works for me. Yeah, pirates, yeah. That's what being Shanghaied was. So you believe America will put up with another 4 years with Kamala? Oh, no, I don't think that they'll put up with it at all. But I think our side is very complacent. If you think about who's out rioting, right? It's not us. Why is that? It's easy to get the liberals to riot. They pay them to. Most of them get paid from the government. The other side, us, we don't get paid by the government, but we have families, we raise our children, we love our children, and we have a lot to lose. This business, for instance, right? I have created this business for 35 years. I have children that I still work within my company, my kids. I have grandkids, right? We have things that we love and believe in the American ways. The other side does not have those things. They do not have anything to lose because they do not believe in anything. They only believe in make-believe things. There's two kinds of people. There are people that create a product or a service, and other people seek out that product and service and willingly give them money. And then you have the other side. They do not create a product, they do not give a service that anybody willingly uses. Here is a good example. Would you ever go to the Department of Motor Vehicles and pay them every year a tax on a vehicle that you already own? But if you don't pay that tax on that vehicle, eventually you'll get stopped. And if you don't pay the tax, they will send men with guns to your house to arrest you, kill you, or put you in jail. And that can be the outcome. It is always with threat of a violence from a gun. They have no enforcement without the gun. Does that make sense? Lived in Murfreesboro for 25 years. Found some places geocaching and just word of mouth back in the late 2000s, early 2010s. I'll have to see. Oh, no worries, dude, if you're not there. Like you always say, as long as the lights are on. If you look at when PlayStation 2 came out, gang violence and all crime in the major cities dropped by 75% just because of game stations. That's why they want to take your guns away. Stop and think about it. Anytime they want to disarm you, you better ask what they're about to do to you that they're worried about you being armed. It always coincides. They have never been disarmament without genocide. During COVID, who was more apt to not take the vaccination? Who was on television saying we should execute these people for not taking the vaccination? Makes sense. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. Absolutely. Resistance is the only thing you have. Look at the shirts. I put out a different shirt every week. The one I'm currently wearing says tar and feather. The one we're doing that's coming tomorrow says the tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of tyrants, right? It's got the whole saying on there. And it's an American flag, and there's the silhouette of the tree of liberty right there. Zionists run the government. I agree with you. When we say the Jews, we don't mean Jewish people. And the people in Israel are not the Israelites. That's not the people from the Bible who are in Israel. Buying a 35 plus 5 gooseneck mega ramps. Gonna start doing some hauling. You'll make good money, man. That's awesome, dude. I've got a 30 plus 5 or a 25. I don't remember which one I have. It's a big trailer. Are those purple toiletry bags? They are purple toiletry bags, yes. Are you Zachary Patestio? Patestio? I'm sure I'm slaying that name. Is that you? If you're in New England and want to haul cars to Georgia auction from the Hampshire, let me know. Yeah, man, hot shot Hot shot runs, that's the money right now. Do you have a chest rig that would conceal under a jacket or flannel? Yes, our covert rig will, as will our split front chest rigs, yes. I have covert rigs all over the place here, but I don't know where they're at. I have samples. We have orders, so we will be running them again. I have 308 split fronts right now, and we have 556. Well, no, I don't have any 556. We ran them a few weeks ago. They sell fast. They're gone. Is that the props department? No, this is my shop, man. We build all of this shit right here in this building. We have a lot of stuff in prop houses for movies. We've built a lot of movie stuff, but this is all real shit right here. Will a 2-point Coyote bungee sling ship if I order it now? Yes, it's right here. It's right here. Thanks for the link there. Split front 308. It looks like this right here. Let's see. I guess we'll put that all down there. There's an OD one there also. It's very concealable. It's flat. North Carolina, money's good, and if you can find a load up, I surely would haul. There you go, guys. Have so many cars, we always need moved. Yep. Just tuning in. What branch are you in? I'm not, man. I'm in my shop right here. I build all of this stuff in this shop. I started this company 35 years ago. I'm in middle of nowhere, Tennessee. These are all cases of plastic buckles. This is all rolls of webbing, edge tape, more webbings. Rolls of materials, cases of Velcro hook and loop, more material, all elastic, more corduras. These are all bins of cut work. These are cut tables. Those are all patterns. Those are all patterns down there. These are all the sewing machines where we build everything. These are all bins of plastic that we pull from all day. This is all work that was finished up at the end of Friday. Love the neon. Yeah, it's pretty good. You're going to become a mercenary, right on? 308 split frick rig comes in Highlander. I don't have one in Highlander. Somebody just asked about it tonight. So Amanda put 6 of them online, and it was in the text. So we are building one for somebody, and we will build 6 extra. And when they're gone, they're gone. Highlander looks like this right here. It's more desert fall colors. That is Highlander. See if I can find something else in here that has Highlander on it so you can see it better. We do small batches of it. It sells out as soon as we run it. Guys that want specific weird camo colors, they know that they better buy it fast because we run small lots of it. That's it right there. Sean Ryan and Shrek McPhee right on. That's New Age slavery. What's New Age slavery? What are we talking about? Get prepped by getting your Harley custom painted by Bad Twin Customs in Tampa, Florida. Tampa Twin. That's your one time that you get to promote your business here without speaking to me first. Now go over on all your social media and promote my company. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but hit me up, man. Show me some of your work. You'd be surprised how many guys come on here and say shit, And when you look, they haven't actually done anything. Your boy Randall, Mike Lewis. Who is your boy Randall? Randall. And they called him Randall. What's up, Randall? Super kit bags. Yeah, we're about to run some kit bags, some normal kit bags. And I think we're putting out, I think I'm going to do a kit bag that's the normal kit bag size, but built like a super kit bag, as robust as a super kit. Does anybody have the decked system in their truck beds? Anybody got the decked boxes? $30-foot deck over, 5-foot mega ramps. That's nice, man. I got mega ramps on mine. Long-time listener, first-time caller. What's up? Yeah, everyone double tap the screen, guys. There's 110 likes on here. Most of those are not the 139 people that are on here currently. Just double tap your screen. A lot of devices will give a like just from that. What made me decide to go into this kind of work? Man, I've been doing this work for 35 years. What you don't realize is I've also done all of the other work. All of the shit work, all of the labor work, all of the stuff that people don't like to do. I did that alongside while doing this. I've oftentimes, most of my life, had 3 jobs. Got any thoughts on USCCA? I don't know anybody that's shot anybody who's actually been in a fight where any of those insurances helped them. I don't know a single fucking person. I know several people who have been in justifiable fucking shootings, and as soon as it came time to use that insurance, they never fucking helped them. So take that for what you will. Take a few $100s every month, put it in a bank account in case you ever need that shit. Have an attorney on retainer. I had the deck system for a while. Lots of nice storage, but the loss of bed depth made me sell it. Got it. I think I'm going to get the deck system with the dual slides on top. Because I have trailers. I've also got fucking 9 other trucks. Against the law for insurance to assist once charges are filed. I don't know if that's correct, Ben. As a matter of fact, I think that's actually incorrect. Because those insurance companies wouldn't be there and be able to claim what they claim. Is that an employee gym? No, this is my personal gym, and any of my employees can use it. You know what's sad? Three of my employees use this. One of them is my son. He uses this. He's at his other job right now. My son works 85 to 90 hours a week. And he will get home probably 11 o'clock tonight and use this gym. And then there's a young man named Isaac that works here. Him and my son Cody use this gym frequently. And then I have a lady that's here from Canada, moved here, bought property here. She uses the gym. Now, you know what? I do have a newer guy. I have a newer guy who's really putting effort in. And every break, he's out here for 15 minutes on this Air Assault bike. And he showed up. He's a big kid, right? Out of shape. And, you know, working to get in shape. I think you will see a change in him very quickly. And he showed up to work Friday with a mountain bike on the back of his vehicle. I try not to hang out with my employees very often, but we'll see if he continues to put the effort in, and then I'll spend more time with him, and we'll, you know, do some mountain biking and shit. We can always give young people good advice. Yeah. I used to put a lot of effort and time and money into employees, right? We would hang out on the weekends, and anytime we had an event, I would always bring them and invite them and, you know, include them. And over the years, man, I've just found that it just creates problems. You have to have a distance. There are circles, and there is the outer circle, and then there needs to be 3 or 4 more circles until the inner circle. And it takes time, and it really requires effort on their part to be accepted into the inner circle. And anytime you break that, no matter how much you want to break that rule, anytime you break that rule, you will regret it. Yeah, the fluffer. We do have the fluffer. Does the fluffer disinfect the machines with the cooties when he's done work? Nah, he's a good kid, man. That kid actually, he is here after everybody leaves. That guy is here. And that kid is on the property every single day because he hangs out with Cody, who lives here on the property. And that kid and Cody are what allows me to go do things on the weekend. Like, I could take off for a few days at this point, and they would manage the animals, the farm. USCCA and self-defense shootings, not high-speed chases. What happened with the kid you told to quit vaping? I don't know. Oh, I think that's Isaac. I don't know that he actually does vape. I don't think I've ever seen him vaping. I just assume that he does. Josh, good luck, Mike. Who's Mike? What are we doing? You want to be on the inner circle? You know who's in my inner circle? Josh Winnie's in my inner circle. What did I tell you the day you came here and said you were going to work here, Josh? The one using the weed pen. Oh, anybody that's smoking weed here is not here anymore. I had two guys. Well, I have one guy and I had another one that I think was smoking weed. I don't care if he is, but you just can't fucking come in my shop smelling like weed. I had a girl, she's no longer here, and I had a dude who I really like. I actually reached out to that dude and I said, hey man, I hope you're doing well. I have no ill will towards you. You're welcome to come to my events and stuff, and I haven't ever heard back from him. I reached out to him last week. This place is gimpy. I don't know what that means, but you're banned, dumbass. I'm probably going to find out gimpy's some cool term that the dipshit kids use. You got to use my language, fuckhead. You're in my world. Of course, they're not illegal, but now how carry insurance wiggle out of covering people? I don't know. The one you told to quit, and he said, Roger. Bang, I don't know, man. I don't remember. I try to compartmentalize shit. Like, when it's over, it's over. They might be fucking worried about it, but that is the last thing I'm worrying about. I might build content in the future about it, but I don't know. Gabe, Jesus does love me. I talked to him. He said, I'm good. He said, you on the other hand are probably fucked. So you might want to stop worrying about Jesus loving me and worry about what you're fucking doing. Mike Lewis, you're about to be blocked from here. I have this much fucking attention span, and I have this much for anything that's fucking distracting me. Participate in the conversation here. Or go somewhere else. Josh walked in here and he said, I'm here to be your chef. And I said, yeah, probably not. Josh is a professional chef, Cordon Bleu Academy trained. He opened a dozen plus restaurants in Las Vegas, directly for Wolfgang Puck. Josh worked at a bunch of huge, and he didn't work there. He was the guy there. The fucking head dude. And then he came out here and, God, I don't know why. He came out here and worked for me for 4 years. I don't really see him as having worked here. Josh did a lot here. And I was definitely better when Josh was around. I am better off having had Josh in my life and Josh still being here. John gave me all the recipes. The amount of AI trolls and bots. That just means we're doing something right. It means the algorithm's back open. Gabe Perez, where'd you go, man? All these guys that just pop in to be like, Jesus will save you, Jesus loves you. Those are the same motherfuckers that walk into church and fart. Like, come on. If you motherfuckers want to profess that Jesus will save you, and you actually want to convert people and fucking show them and change their way of life, you have to put in more time. You can't just walk up to a motherfucker and be like, Jesus loves you. What did somebody, you go to church today and they told you need to tell 3 random people that? That's your penance? Does SOE or the postal office send the shipping information? We do. And then they do. What are you missing? Come on, man. You've been around here long enough to know the answer to this. What is it that's missing? Yeah, the internet equivalent of Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, the Bible thumpers are the ones that, they're also the ones spreading all the gossip. Mauser 98. You should get one. What are you waiting for? Black Fupa's ready? I don't know. If you have to ask me if it can ship, don't order it. If you 100% absolutely want one, order it, and as soon as it can, it will go out. Do I have some in here? Yes, I do. I also have hundreds of orders from the weekend. These are all just orders just from Friday that we haven't even pulled yet. They're all waiting on code shit. Order the black one, put in notes, I'll take these other colors, something will ship. If it needs to ship Monday for sure, I have XL fupas in black right there. Those are the larger ones. There is one black fupa there, but I have plenty in XLs. Is this your hey Phoenix? Put your home address up here. Go ahead and put your social security number here too. Your Amazon robot hasn't pulled your orders yet. I don't even see AJ's comment. It does, but it won't get you into that right now. AJ, that's so true. I don't even, I see you guys all replying to AJ, but I don't see AJ's comment. Older order, I believe, is hold up by duffel bag. Can I email you to swap? You can, and when there's something I can do about it, we'll do it. Just because you email doesn't mean that it's going to happen in the manner or speed that you wish that it does. Duffel bag, by duffel bag, you mean actual round duffel bag. We make a 24, a 30, 18, 24, and a 30, I think. So that probably is what it's holding on. Now, it could also be in a box waiting on whatever the free thing is. So when you send that email, go, hey man, what are my options? And go ahead and, if you have it, go ahead and ship it without the free thing. We might get it out the door. Yeah, the FUPA stands for fat upper pussy area, John Doe, just like you think it does. And a lot of people are fucking pussies. That's why I named it that. I said the Bible Doesn't say, I can't say fuck. No shit. Yeah. Go look at that. Everybody that's on Hip Camden, Tennessee. I put up a post last week. I'm going to hire seamstresses. Some fucking bitch comes on there today and is like, I wish you would change that bad word in your sign. And I said, the speed limit's 55. The words are 2 inches. So unless you're breaking the law by driving too slow or you're trespassing on my property, you can't see it. Go fucking worry about something that matters. And she says, well, that matters. And I said, I'll tell you like I told the last person. I will put up an enormous sign that flashes and fucking draws all the attention in the world, and you won't ever be able to miss the sign. And there's not a thing you can do about it because I'm not in the city limits, and there are no codes, and there is no zoning and no statutes that precludes me from doing this. Just like the last guy. There's a dude local here. Every day he's up on the local group saying some fucking prayer. He's the drunkard that James gun-faced and made lay on the ground in the shop when he came in threatening to shoot James. He's the same guy that was gluing the locks and starting all the shit with James over the range, saying that he was ruining the duck hunting. TAC response class never fired a round before 9 a.m. Duck hunting starts at daybreak. Same dude. He started a bunch of shit over my sign. He said that his daughter shouldn't be exposed to that. We found his daughter. She worked at Sonic. She had an OnlyFans page. She did full-blown pornography with only black dudes. And he was worried about my fucking sign. Still in Cali. Follow Hip Cam. Yeah, man, it's a blast, isn't it? People are fucking nuts. Freedom Inc. is learning quickly how nuts people are. You can see him. He moved here. I know him personally. You should follow his YouTube channel. He's very well spoken on a lot of his videos. And he is speaking out against the fucking stuff going on locally here in this town. Is she open for business? Oh, the daughter? I don't know. He's, Lashley fancies himself as a big professional bass fisherman. When he started all that shit, Byron Rogers reached out to me. He's like, hey, that's my competition that he's always talking about. He goes, we will disqualify him because he's not qualified to even fish. He only fishes the one tournament. You have to fish 3 other locations or whatever. So he kind of knocked that shit off when it changed all his bullshit. Him fucking around with my shit affected everything in his life. Not because I asked for it to, just because that's how this shit works. Got a wood burner put in professionally for insurance purposes. Had to fix it myself to make it. That's fucking crazy. James 3:10 says not to cuss, but I can't judge because I'm guilty of it and worse. Bullseye bin. Does it say that? Is that really what it says? It says cuss? I'm pretty sure it doesn't fucking say that. You're batting 1,000 here tonight, buddy. Do you think maybe Jesus was saying something akin to cussing of the time when he braided the whip and threw over the tables of the tax collectors and whipped the tax collectors? What do you think? At least she's got 2 jobs, unlike her dad. Her dad took up roofing. I guess he's really good at it. I do see people praise him about roofing. You can see him. I guarantee tonight he did some big, long prayer. Maybe he's turned over a different leaf. Maybe he's a different man. Probably not. He just started some shit and thought that everybody was going to attaboy him. He started some shit with somebody he didn't realize who I was. He's like, you're not just going to move here and change things. I'm like, just move here, motherfucker. I've been here 13 years. You literally have a post office in this town because of my business. All of your police, all of your fire, all of your electric, all of your water guys, all of your utility guys use my gear because we comp it to them. So they have a good product because the city doesn't buy it for them. All of your rescue squad, we built all their shit. You're not gonna say some shit that's gonna fuck and affect me in a negative manner. You're about to find out who's who and where is where. No, I'm not banned. You are banned now, dumbass. I didn't even I was about to, and I missed it. King James Version of the Bible was written by King James. Yes, he was. Yep. Yeah, you don't want to talk about the fucking Bible. Let's talk about the books before the Bible. Hip Camden YouTube? No, it's Hip Camden, Tennessee Facebook group. Tampa band. Yeah, what the fuck? What? I didn't even see what he was saying. Do me a favor, Ben, GunTuber Ben. Go check out my friend Bear Independent. He does a great video every single morning. He does a live. You can actually interact with him. You'll like him. And I'm not fucking with you. You'll really like him. But if you want to discuss interpretation of the Bible, jump into his live feed and ask him. I wouldn't tell him. I would ask him, hey, doesn't whatever say not to cuss? And see what he says about that. Hip Camden will put you in. It's comedy every day, all day. Welfare allows all the... Yeah, there's a post today. I applied for EBT and they haven't given it to me. Who can help me with food? No negative comments, please. The overwhelming comment should be, get a job, fat bitch. Go get a fucking job. You need a job, bitch? I need weeds pulled. Show up and pull fucking weeds. I'll give you a job. And I say that, right? There are women. There's a girl that came in here when I said I was hiring somebody to pull weeds, and it was her husband that commented. And then she showed up. I was waiting for her husband. She showed up. Just had a baby 6 months ago. Her fucking husband sat in the car while she pulled all the fucking weeds. And I paid her way more than we had agreed upon. She did an excellent job. Big, overweight. I'm sure her fucking knees hurt. She was sweating to death, soaked through her fucking clothes. And she showed up and pulled all those fucking weeds while her piece of shit dude sat in the fucking car and did fucking nothing. Studies show people that cuss are often more trustworthy. Yes. They also are generally more successful at business. And the ones that don't cuss, they just don't do it in front of the public. Guy approached outside grocery store asking for money. My wife pointed to the sign saying, now hiring. Yeah, always, always. Bear Independent. I personally know him. He's been here many times. He will be here next week. He will be here for Self-Reliance Festival. He'll be speaking at Self-Reliance Festival here on this property. How many liters is the large M81 tote on the floor? John D., I don't fucking know. Real answer? Don't have a fucking clue. I don't deal in liters. This is the United States. But there are dimensions, so I'm sure that you could figure it out how many liters it is. But those are all sold anyways. You can't buy one of them. They're already sold. If you were on my email and text, you would have been able to get one of them. Yeah, swearing's nothing compared to the other things in the Bible. Not you're bad, no worries. I just have no idea. The truth is I don't know. I don't care how many liters they are. I know people do their backpacks in it. I've thought about doing it. I solely won't do it just because I don't have to. Everything we make sells. Seriously, I've literally had a conversation about maybe we should put up how many liters these backpacks are because everybody else puts those up and we do frequently get asked. And I'm like, nope, I'm just not going to fucking do it. This is the United States. Stop getting emails. Haven't seen any in about a week. Reply to your last email. Amanda will get you sorted out. It's something on your email service. Something's blocking it. We put one out 3 days a week. We put a text out every single day. Custom pouches to plate carriers? No, you couldn't afford to pay me to put custom pouches on your plate carrier. We also don't do any plate carriers. Military brat. Want to school in the UK? No worries, dude. No worries at all, man. I'm sure you can take my dimensions, type them right in Google. It'll tell you how many liters. September 8th was your last email. Yeah, I don't know. Just reply to your last email. Mine comes through in promotions. Interesting. Definitely didn't unsubscribe. No worry. Yeah, nothing I can do about it right here. Reply to your last email and just say, hey, I don't get these emails anymore or whatever, and Amanda will get you sorted out. Outlook blocks the emails. Had to unsubscribe and resubscribe. Interesting. Good information. Bear and Refuge Medical are now offering plate carriers. Yes. They're also, I bet you they're sold out. I bet you can't fucking get one. And you won't know anyways because they close their website on the weekend for Shabbat. Try first thing Monday morning. You can see if you can get one. They're only $200, I think. Isn't that what I heard? $200? All right, guys, I'm about to jump off of here. Anything anybody wants to see gear-wise before I get off of here? This bag, for the leader guy, this bag is 12 by 12 by 30. I think it's by 30. Listed in mag. I do list it in mags. I do that pretty frequently. People lose their fucking minds over it because they're too much of a pussy to carry 24 mags. Yeah, inches. 30 inches by 12 by 12. 2-day assault packs, yep. Metric system didn't make it to the moon. Oh, I'll bet it did. I'll bet it did. You mean it didn't make it to that fucking shitty video studio? All right, guys, I'm out.